I'm too old for this.
Danny Glover is a bona fide Hollywood icon with nearly 200 acting roles in film and television.
I don't want to kill you, and you don't want to be dead.
But after nearly 40 years in the limelight, at 79 years of age, he's now facing a life challenge he never expected.
I've been diagnosed for
Alzheimer's, slowing his movement, his speech, and memories. Glover invited us into his home to speak about his life, his legacy, and diagnosis. Thanks for having us over. I want to look at some of these things on your award case. What was the Oscar for?
It didn't look like I was going to win one. So I mean, it's my body of work, basically.
Glover was awarded an honorary Oscar in 2022, not long after he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. And even though he is still active, attending events and engaging with his community, the disease is taking its toll. You dealing with this Alzheimer's thing?
I could live with it, in a sense.
Do you fear losing your memories? Is that hard?
I'm sure as it advances, and things are going to be different and changing.
More than 7 million Americans over the age of 65 are living with Alzheimer's, a progressive, fatal neurodegenerative disease that robs victims of their memories and the very essence of who they are, with black men suffering at a rate double the national average. Glover is coming forward now because he and his family believe by sharing his story, they can help remove the stigma surrounding Alzheimer's.
We all get old.
Now, I'll say this. Me working in a nursing facility, Alzheimer's is actually very common. Literally, everybody gets it. Literally, almost everybody gets it. It's rare if you almost don't get it. You know, there's a lot of people in the nursing facility that actually don't have it, and they get to live a prosperous, older life where they're in their mid to late 80s, and they're cool. But I'll be honest, either something gets you, it can be a stroke. Once a stroke happens, you know, you're more prone for it or whatever, but this, you know, this is a sad situation for him, but, you know, at least he got to live majority of his life. He's a very decorated artist. I liked him in The Death at a Funeral. He was the funny dude in the wheelchair. But the thing is, Alzheimer's is just a part of life when you get that old, man. It happens. So not everybody, but it happens to a lot of people. Definitely when you've been a lot of people, and they're going to start sundowning, and then they start to just lose certain parts of their memory, and it can be a good one or a bad one. It depends. And when I mean good or bad is that some people lose their memory and they become better people because they were better people in their past, or some people lose their memory because they were like, you know what I'm saying? They become bad or good. And then they started yelling at you. Some of them get racist because they're reverting back to their past. So when I'm at the nursing home, whatever, I'm taking care of these residents, like I see some of them, boy, they'll say some racist stuff. But that's because they're like going back into the years that they were in. Like they might have been born in the 30s and shit. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So they about to hit 100 and they just seen things. They've been around certain things that's just different. So, yeah, man, it's a sad situation for the boy. Danny Glover.
It happens. That's what I think is important. You know, that he tells his story.
Right.
He has ownership of his life.
And what a wonderful life it has been. A lifelong San Franciscan, Glover began acting in his early 20s while at San Francisco State at the behest of the famous African-American playwright Amiri Baraka.
And he came and he said, some of you so-called revolutionaries come out and do B&E plays and everything. I'd never been on stage before.
From the stage in college to iconic roles on the big screen, Glover's range and talent have been on display for 4 decades.
I like the sound of that.
But it's the Lethal Weapon franchise, with the help of some particularly memorable scenes, that made him a star.
Gonna die in the toilet on her.
I've had signing events where somebody would bring their toilet hop, and I would sign it now.
Sign the toilet?
I would sign it, right there.
One.
Yeah, you could tell he's losing it, brother. You could tell it, man. That's sad. Damn. That was a GOAT, bro. You could tell when they're losing it slowly is because they started to they start mumbling a little bit. It's like they're trying to get out what they're saying, but some of them they can't. So then when you hear them, they'll be like, they'll be coherent, and then randomly they'll just go blank, and then shit won't make sense what they saying. They to the point where they start saying things that don't make sense. You know what I mean? And that's for majority of the ones. Like he could still live gracefully. He just would have Alzheimer's. You know what I mean? So he would just lose his memory over time. And he's still gonna be living. You know, some people say like, and I didn't really see this as much in nursing facility where Alzheimer's, it's like basically reverse aging. You reverse back into a baby. That's what I tell people. So all like the things that you did when you was a child, it starts to become nostalgic. You know what I mean? So, for instance, like you kind of lose yourself. And you could apply this to a lot of things. Say if you're a female, you playing around the streets, and you don't know nothing. Like say you just enjoying your life. You get some Alzheimer's, bro. You'll forget all about that time. You'll just go back into your teen years, and then you'll be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? It's like a memory reverse spell type shit. And you can still live okay. It's just you'll eventually forget how to write, how to walk, you're incontinent, stuff like that. So you'll just forget it over time because your brain's reversing depending on how how bad it is. But this is definitely a sad situation. I hate to see things like this. Definitely with people I actually enjoy seeing. Now I want to Google something because I wanted to see his accolades. Danny Glover. I want to show you guys what he has done. So let me give you a list of movies out. Predator 2, Lethal Weapon 1, 1987. Lethal Weapon 2, 89. And damn, always a Lethal Weapon 5. They even got the color purple. For some reason, I thought the color purple was for colored girls, but it's the color purple. Shooter. I think that's a series, right? Shooter. Let's see. Jumanji. He was in Saw. He was in Almost Christmas. Let's see. Almost Christmas. Saw, Jumanji, Shooter, Lethal Weapon. 2012. Was he in 20? Oh, he sure did. Yes, he played as the president in 2012. Remember, he was the black dude. Yep. Don't forget this one. Sorry to Bother You. He played the dude telling him you got to use your white voice. That was a good movie. I don't remember Dreamgirls. Let's see. Oh, I don't remember those movies now. Cookout. Maybe we can watch that movie. Cookout was a good movie. Yeah, these other movies just old movies though. Prince of Egypt, stuff like that. So those are the accolades that this individual has. Very pretty much, he's out here, man. He's put in his work, and we appreciate that, man. That's all there is to it, man. Death at a Funeral was very hilarious to me. That's pretty much it. Yeah, but he's very decorated. It seems like very, very decorated. So, all right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video for YouTube algorithms. The Savage Night News. Keep it going. Peace.